tell us about Oregon State.
Tell you about Oregon State. They're an awfully good football team. They're veteran guys. They're very well coached. They probably have one of the best, classiest college coaches in America. I'm a big fan of Mike Riley and the rest of the coaching staff. They're very well coached. You know, they're a wounded animal. I mean, they didn't expect, I don't think, to lose that one last week. So, you know, when you get a wounded animal on your hands, you either got to try to kill it or it's going to come back roaring. And we're hoping to come out and play good, hard-nosed football. And it's really not about them. As always, it's about us.
What do you think that Eastern Washington upset does to the mentality for this team?
Well, like I said, it probably irritates the heck out of them, and they're going to come back raring to go.
Oh, our team. I'm sorry.
Our team we don't worry about that. We take care of our own business. We tell them all the time it's about us. It's not about who we play, when we play, what team we play, what time we play. It's about us, and so we're worried about us. We're not worried about that.
Corvallis is traditionally a tough place to play. How are you guys preparing for your first road trip?
Just like we always do. Like I said, it doesn't matter where we play. I've played up there many times. It is a tough place to play, but it doesn't matter. We don't care what the venue, and we mean it. We just have to go up and play.
Had time to go over the USC tape, and if you did, tell us what you saw.
Well, I've played it over my mind hundreds of times. I've watched it plenty of times. You know, like we said after the game, there was opportunity there. Didn't take advantage of it. Didn't capitalize on it. I can't say it enough. I'll say it 100 times this week. The defense and special teams played awesome. You know, I knew from playing them in spring and fall camp that they had improved. I didn't know they improved that much. It was awesome to see. They were fun to watch. But as far as offense goes, we're excited for practice. It gives us a chance to improve and correct our mistakes, and can't wait for Saturday.
The fact that Oregon State lost their opener, and you get to see some of it on television, did it offer you some hope, some pregame thinking? Okay, if we do this, if we do that?
Yeah, you know, you always watch what worked well against your opponent the weeks prior. But, you know, we always say that we're prepared for whoever team we play. It's just another different color jersey. Last week it was a white color. This year it'll probably be black we're facing. So nothing changes for us. We want to execute and handle our business.
I imagine Wednesday night it was tough for you to sleep for your first start. What was it like to wake up on Friday morning after the game?
Friday, a little sore. You know, just nothing a quarterback hasn't experienced before. But it was good to feel that again. Know that I'm back in midseason now. And, it was good to have a game under my belt. You know, it's over all the talk of can he take a hit, how's he going to perform. All that stuff is gone. Now it's just about improving.
When you watch Oregon State tape, what's the first thing that stands out to you?
Well, they're aggressive. They're flying around. You know, their D-line is you know, I'd say, I don't want to say their strong point, but obviously their defense is very good, but their D-line stands out. They got some big guys that have motors, so they're going to be a challenge just like every week, but we look forward to it.
After seeing how many points they gave up last week, does that offer a bit more optimism going into this game?
Absolutely. You know, like I said, you see what other teams did against them, what they had success on. You know, Eastern Washington ran a different style of offense than we did, so maybe not necessarily the same plays we run. But you can see that opportunity is there. You know, a quality team like Oregon State, they're going to be tough to beat and difficult to score on, but we're looking forward to it.
With their loss, do you think that kind of eliminated any chance of a trap game for you guys this week?
Well, we're coming off a loss as well. So people are saying they're going to be upset. We're upset as well. We're looking forward to bouncing back.
Your defense laid it out there against USC.
I thought we played lights out as a defensive unit. I think the defensive coaches did a good job of coaching us and getting us ready schematically to go against this USC offense.
Yourself, you're in a position, if you make that pick, you're gone, aren't you?
Yeah, I usually catch the real hard ones, but this one was super easy, so I guess I wasn't used to it. But if I caught it, it would have been big if we were up 12-3, I believe, and that would have been big for us as a whole team.
Does it make it exciting that it's everybody? It's you, it's the rest of the guys up front. Daly gets a big hit, the guys on the back end make a big play. Yeah. The entire defense showed up.
Yeah, we all showed up. You know, that's how we play. You know, all of us got to do our 1/11th, and all of us, try to contribute not only individually but as a team. And I thought we did a real good job defensively.
You get to watch Oregon State, Eastern Washington.
We didn't get to watch it, but we heard there was an upset, and we know Oregon State's going to bring their effort because I think they thought that they should have won that game. So we just got to be prepared and scheme, and hopefully we'll go out there and get a W.
Is there patience on defense to wait for the offense to go through the growing pains?
Oh, There's a little bit of patience. We still believe in our offense. We can have a whole bunch of excuses, but we just got to go out there and play.
Kaumeyer says, well, we could have held them scoreless.
Yeah, I thought we could have as well, but things happen, and we just got to bounce back the next play.
Even though Oregon State lost, it wasn't their offense's fault. They put up some big numbers. It's a big challenge. Are you looking forward to this challenge, especially because of the way you guys played? You want to prove that wasn't a one-time thing.
Yeah, we want to go out there in Oregon State, and we believe we can shut them out. Defend the pass, defend the run, and make some turnovers. So we're going in there with a strong mind, and hopefully we get this W.
When you look at this Oregon State team, it was a loss to Eastern Washington, but nothing that on the offense's issue as far as Oregon State goes. I mean, quarterback completed 86% of his passes, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers. When you watch the tape, how impressed were you with this Oregon State offense?
Very much so. Like you said, everything you said is just basically what they did, and they barely made some mistakes. So whenever you're throwing the ball 80%, obviously that's tough. They do a lot of things also that will work with our eye discipline. They run a lot of screens. They do some delays. So whenever you're in a zone, they'll end up delaying a running back or a tight end, be able to hit them for a 6-yard route, and then that turns into 10. So they move the ball extremely well. Obviously, Cooks is their number one guy. They also work their tight ends in the game, and they run the ball decently. So, unfortunately for them, they scored 46 and had a loss. So I think not much is going to change on their offense. I'm sure defensively they'll crank it up, so they'll be ready for us.
Talking to Tavita yesterday, you could tell a prideful group of guys because they talked a lot about USC's behind them. They're proud of their effort. They know there's still things that they need to work on, but yet they head into this week wanting to prove that last week wasn't a fluke, that this is a defense that can take care of each other and can do it all season long. Hearing that from one of the leaders, I mean, how excited are you?
Well, very much so. I think the maturity of our team is getting to where we want it to be. Last year, like we said, we were just trying to line up, do things discipline-wise. This year, guys are really embracing that we've talked about wanting to be the best defense in the conference or one of the best defense in the country. But it was a good start. However, there's a lot of room for improvement, like Tavita said, and we've got to be better tacklers. We're going to probably have to play more guys early. Last week, that first game, we want to get under a belt, but now we're going to have to rotate our guys in, so in that fourth quarter, we're not really, kind of tired, and not necessarily tired, but the effort wasn't what we wanted to at that level. So we want to make sure we get a lot of guys in. It's going to be on the road. It's going to be loud, probably be hot, so we got to get guys ready to roll.
How impressed are you with Brendan Daly's growth from last year to this year? Watching that happen, how impressed are you?
Very much. He's always had the will to get it done and want to do it. So it's just a matter of him getting his flexibility in with Gary Beamer, and did a great job to be prepared to come in, and it showed. He's moving around great. He had a nice little TFL there, and that's why we're calling him Great White. So he's like a shark. We want him to do those things and be an effective leader.
So is it Shark Week?
It's still Shark Week. I'm shocked. we first started talking about that in training camp. We were at Pearl Harbor, it was Shark Week, and he had a good week. So I said, "Hey, Shark Week's over. Or is it still going to stick?" And it did. So we're remaining to call him the Great White. So.
I thought Daily Show would be the easy one.
Yeah, Great White's a little bit better. He's a big guy. He's done a fantastic job getting guys around. Same with Sally, Tavita, John Hardy in the secondary. It's exciting to be able to call a defense, be able to get on the sidelines. Our coaches do a fantastic job. DJ, Tony, and Lou got them fired up, really working out here hard. So it's fun to call a game when we get on the sidelines, talk about it, change some things, and then be able to do it like we did last week. So it's been pretty fun.
When you do have a game like your defense had, excuse me, and they were so productive, is it hard to break down the videotape in essence? Is it easier to glaze over it? I mean, how much detail are you really paying attention to
well,
everything?
we are. I mean, that's the one thing, like I told him, is the more that we can be detail-oriented, the less that the offense has to attack. If we're not detail oriented, like this team coming up, then they really work with your eyes. So if we're not picking up these screens, if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing on point, it's going to cost us. And so like I told them, I'd rather have them cost us in practice and be able to get it in the game, because that's where, if we can be effective, they run screens, we tackle them for a loss. Now it's 3rd down and 8, 3rd and 9. That puts a whole different deal in there. They're 50%. They're 4 of 8 for their 3rd down against Eastern Washington. So going at 50% is pretty tough. We got to get them in the 30s.